Hello and welcome to this edition of the State of Soy. I'm Aaron Putsey, and today we're visiting about the Conservation Agronomist Network, established by the Research Center for Farming Innovation at Iowa Soybean Association. I'm visiting with Heath Ellison. He serves as the Senior Field Services Manager, and also Rosie Roberts, who is a conservation agronomist. Heath, tell us a little bit first about the origins of this program that is working directly with farmers to help them be more profitable.
We started our conservation agronomist effort in 2019. We hired our first conservation agronomist then. And what we really are wanting to focus on is engaging egg retail in conservation delivery. Egg retail has the connections, they know the farmers, they have the network out in the field, but they're fully employed, they're busy, they have so many things, sales agronomists already have so many things they're tasked with being experts on. So how do we work conservation into those conversations they have with their clients and their farmers? And we came up with the idea of, could we embed conservation expertise at the local egg retailer? So we started with one position in 2019. We have 4 now with a couple affiliated conservation agronomists tasked with being that local resource to the sales agronomists, working out of their locations, working in close relationships, building relationships with those sales agronomists, being that local expertise the sales agronomist can bring to farmers, but also allows a better comfort level in addressing programs and practices with the farmer, knowing that they have expertise available.
Rosie, you're one of those conservation agronomists, and tell us a little bit, first of all, where you're based out, how long you've been with this program, you're relatively new, and then some of the activities that you're involved in working with farmers.
Absolutely. So I'm the almost newest conservation agronomist. So I'm based out of Rock Valley, the northwest corner of Iowa, and I work with a cooperative called Cooperative Farmers Elevator, and I serve as the in-house technical resource to both the sales agronomists and farmers alike to help promote various conservation practices, whether they're in field like cover crops or helping reduce tillage, or to edge of field practices like saturated buffers or bioreactors.
And what are farmers benefiting most from in terms of your counsel, your expertise?
Being able to have someone like me to consult is very, very helpful, because the world of conservation is very confusing to a lot of farmers, especially if you didn't grow up in it, right? Farming is very much a heritage art, and if you don't learn from your parents or your grandparents, it's hard to be able to find someone to ask those questions to. So I'm here to start the conversation around conservation, specifically about how to bring back ROI through participating in these conservation practices, and also through a lens of soil health. So the first couple months we're definitely focused on, like Heath was mentioning, really building up those relationships with both the agronomists and the farmers, and then once you have that initial relationship built, they'll start to trust you, and then they'll really start to believe in the ideas I'm selling, essentially.
So Heath, you know, when you visit with someone like Rosie, and we have other conservation agronomists out there, and you can see the passion and you can see the way they want to serve farmers, I'm sure this is a model that's off to a really good start. Where do you see the program going?
It is, Aaron. We see a tremendous amount of potential. There is so much financial assistance available to farmers right now for conservation. We need more people in the field helping farmers connect with those resources, but then following through. An important role of the conservation agronomist isn't just to get the farmer to adopt the practice and to connect them with the financial resources, but to follow through and help them with the management and the implementation, answer questions as we go, so that our farmers can be successful as they take on these new practices.
And that's the beauty of the program, because that's not always been the case. How can people find out more about the program, learn more about it, or for a co-op out there that would like to learn more about maybe seeing how they could plug into the program?
You can always learn more on our Iowa Soybean Association website under the Research Center for Farming Innovation, and we're happy to talk anytime. Give a call to the office, ask for myself, and be happy to visit with you.
So Heath and Rosie, and through the programs, through the RCFI, just another example of how the Iowa Soybean Association is indeed driven to deliver on behalf of the industry. Reporting for the Iowa Soybean Association, I'm Aaron Putsey.
My name is Charlie Brunker, and my wife and I and our kids run Precision Ag and try to be on the cutting edge every time we can. We turned on FMH, Precision Ag, crop insurance. We harnessed what we're already doing, and we'll never look back. Grandpa used to call a field, 100 acres, and now we're planting 90 of the 100 acres. Well, we're only paying for the 90 that we plant, and those details actually increased our APHs anywhere from 5 to 12% in the first year.